Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anis Adani binti Abdul Halim. Together with my group mate, we're going to present processed food.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Amira Kristina binti Muhammad Helmi. My number matrix is 2023695832. Today I want to present introduction and conclusion. As we can see, year by year, the case has increased and decreased. It starts by year 2000. The case is decreased until 2003, which from almost 40 incident case to just almost 30 case. However, the case is increased on 2004 with almost 30 case and back decreased on 2005 with almost 20 case incident. However, from 2005 until 2008, the case are increased from almost 20 case to 60 case. The case is increased so many, but the case back decreased on 2009 with almost 40 case incident. However, the case increased from 2009 until 2011, which from almost 40 to almost 60 case incident. Processed food is the any food that has been changed in some way during the preparation, which can be basic. They are freezing, canning, cooking, and drying. The example of processed food is cereal, cheese, bread, sausage, biscuit, soft drink, and so on. Actually, the processed food have healthy and not healthy. The food be not healthy maybe because of high level of salt, sugar, and fat. However, the processed food that healthy is milk, warm milk, and so on. The processed food divide to two, which is mechanical processing and chemical processing. The mechanical processing is does not make food unhealthy, such as grinding beef, pasteurizing foods, or heating vegetables. However, the chemical processed food is only contained with refined ingredients that artificial substance rather have a little nutritional value. The example of chemical is flavoring agent, sweeteners, and colors. Continue. The food borne bacterial pathogens where mark raw meat has salmonella, shigella, vibrio, and so on. What is processed food product? The processed food product is any food we change from the natural state. It is simply cut, wash, heat, pasteurized, canned, cooked, frozen, dried, dehydrated, mixed, or packaged. The food that has add salt, sugar, flavor, fat, and so on are included. The processed food are divided to four. The first is the food that is unprocessed or minimally processed, which include frozen, filtered, put a vacuum sealed package, and so on. This aims to preserve natural and safe food for consume in the future. The second is processed culinary ingredients, which has options such as sugar, salt, butter, and oil, where that comes from nature. This process made easier to the community to use it in the kitchen, whereas to the prepared food. Third is processed food. The food is any other option that is made with add sugar, salt, oil, and so on, or other things from the group 1 or 2, which to make it more stable, or can it have their qualities. The group food can be eaten by themselves or add to other dishes. Fourth, ultra processed food and drinks products were created from food and food supplements, and it is not associated much with the food group 1. It still have options such as salt, sugar, fats, and oil, but they take other ingredients such as casein, gluten, lactose, protein, isolate, and so on. The ultra processed have a lot of colors, flavors, preservative, and so on, which does not need much of the preparation. It includes food or drinks like sweet, soft drinks, or pre-made frozen meals. Product issue. The Malaysian Medical Association, or known as MMA, will say that some of the caterers compromise the most when preparing for a large number of the people. There are various factors to food poisoning. Among them is raw food, spoiled meat, improper storage of raw materials, the raw materials not cleaned properly and thoroughly, and storage at the wrong temperature for a long period of time. The president of MMA, which is Dr. John Chu, was said that the most common cause of disease are Staph E. coli, Bacillus cereus, Salmonella, and norovirus. During preparation, growth, harvesting, storage, processing, delivery, and preparation are most the time when food disease degradation can occur. However, Dr. NKS Tamaselan, which is the former of the MMA president, was said that the cause of the food poisoning is often cross-contamination, which transfer of the harmful organism from the one surface to other surface will happen on the surface, such as chopping boards, sinks, kitchen table tops, and display shelf in such as a place in a canteen, mall, or so on. Where it is the raw materials, the food poisoning can happen when harmful organisms are not destroyed before eating. However, the food poisoning also can happen when the food is commercial food in the can with the raw food or undercooked food. We must know how to detect if the food cannot be eaten with three senses, which touch, smell, and sight. We also need check the expired date or shelf life of the food. Damaged meat is discolored or dark color, while the damaged vegetable or potatoes have a wrinkled appearance. Sprout have grown and the color has changed.
Food manufacturers understand that nothing is more necessary than consumer safety and quality control. The government is aware of this as well, which is why there are strong laws and regulations in place for manufacturing and distributing food products to everyone. So, how does someone determine whether a food product meets the required quality standard? The first one is sensory attributes. A sensory evaluation of a food product is an important aspect in determining its quality. Sensory quality tests include appearance, color, texture, taste, and flavor. In processed food, sensory qualities are important to know whether it is safe to consume or not. Example of processed food here is sausage. The sausage is not safe to consume, especially when it's exposed at room temperature for more than 4 hours. It will look good, but the texture will be slimy and smelly. So sensory attributes are important to check food quality. Next is using shelf life. The word shelf life is referred to how long a product is suitable for consumption. The length or the shortness of a food product shelf life can assist to determining its quality depending on the type of product. For processed food, it depends on the formulation of ingredients. There are a lot of processed foods, so it has its own method of processing, type of packaging, and the storage condition. Commercially, all the processed food mixed with approved preservatives during their process to extend their shelf life. For example, boric acid continues to be used in manufacturing for noodles. Lastly is packaging and labeling. High quality food will be packaged and labeled safely and accurately. The packaging must properly represent the product in a non-misleading manner, and any national information and claim must be displayed correctly. For processed food, it usually has a full statement about the ingredients and own storing method on the packaging. When it's come to selecting food, food quality is a crucial factor for the customer. In order to make sure the quality of food product, manufacturer must implement several steps to get the highest quality product possible. Numerous factors can impact food product quality, and as it directly affects customer health and well-being, manufacturer must take all the necessary steps to ensure the highest possible standard of food product quality. There were 4 important steps to ensure the best quality of food processed product. First, we must choose the raw material carefully. To begin the process of selecting raw material, gather as much information as possible on the potential ingredients, such as it has been linked to foodborne illness, prior recalls, or pathogens. The quality of raw material used in processed food is one of the most important factors that influence the final product. It becomes essential to monitor raw material quality and procurement methods. In addition to that, the raw materials must be properly evaluated for their quality in order to guarantee that the quality of the finished good is up to standard. For example, the processed food here is sausage. To make a sausage, you need to choose a good cut of meat with a plenty of fat, which will make the sausage quickly cooked and juicy. So, using a good raw material in processed food will lead to a better quality of food. Next is proper equipment is also part of an important step to ensure the best quality of processed food product. The equipment is one of the most important components of food processing facility. The equipment must sanitary and completely functional so that all the procedures are done properly in a hygienic way, ensure that the quality of food is not harmed. Any multifunction of the processing units must be addressed quickly. In manufacturing processed food, much equipment will be used in produce processed food. Proper sanitizing and handling during the process of cleaning and equipment is important to avoid health effects from the chemicals used. In addition, ensure proper flavor of the processed food product. As we know, many processed food are available in different flavors. For example, instant noodles have many flavors such as spicy, curry, chicken, cheese, and many more. This flavor of instant noodles can be factor of the popularity of processed food. It is necessary to ensure that the taste of 2 batches of the product remain the same with no modification. In manufacturing food process, quality check is important so that the final product is not included with prohibited or authorized ingredients. As we know, in Malaysia, we have halal assurance system to identify non-halal contamination and to control measurement to ensure halal and safety status of the product and service. The last one is to check the proper color and texture of processed food. Food product must also be of appropriate color and texture. It is a common knowledge that the color and texture of food product are directly related to their quality. Manufacturers must realize the importance of maintaining consistency in their food items. Processed food usually will be presented the same color as the original. For example, for tomato puree presented the same color as the original color, which is the tomato color.
Food is the basis of all living things, but there are situations where they can become dangerous and harmful to human health. Foodborne illness affects many people around the world caused by harmful microorganisms. Thus, it is important that all sellers provide a safe food supply to the customers. Factors that involved in determining food safety are food hygiene, personal hygiene of food handlers, and kitchen sanitation. The first is food hygiene. There are many factors that affect food hygiene. For example, purchasing low quality of food, improperly storing in room temperature for a long time, combining raw and cooked food. This is all have a negative impact on the hygienic quality of the food. Food contamination can occur at any point in the food manufacturing process, compromising its cleanliness and perhaps endangering human health. This can happen in situations where the temperature, humidity, and pH levels of the storage environment are inappropriate. Next, personal hygiene of food handlers. All staff that are involved in the food industry have to stay healthy and have a regular checkup. It is crucial that the food handlers practice correct food handling procedures and pay special attention to their personal cleanliness in addition to being healthy. This is important since they have a potential to compromise food hygiene by preparing, heating, and storing food incorrectly, which can lead to cross-contamination between raw and cooked food. The personal hygiene habits of employees at food manufacturing facilities have a critical role in lowering the incidence of foodborne illness or food poisoning. For instance, they have to keep their nails short, wash their hands regularly, wear hairnet, and so on. It is commonly recognized that maintaining good personal hygiene reduces the possibility of getting contaminated by the majority of the germs that are typically thought to be the cause of foodborne illness. Last but not least, kitchen sanitation also plays a role in determining food safety. In order to reduce the risk of foodborne illness, the risk of contamination in the placement, arrangement, and the decking of the kitchen utensils must be minimized during the production and processing of the food. Additionally, the area must be set up to perform maintenance, repair, cleaning, and disinfections. Surfaces and materials in the kitchen must be safe, have temperature and humidity control mechanisms, and effective pest control measures should be taken. Food safety can be affected by hazards at any point in the supply chain. It is crucial for understanding what they are, how they might contaminate our food, and how hazard works as a result. There are three types of food safety hazards, which are biological, chemical, and physical hazards. Biological hazard is the most common cause of foodborne illness. Food infected by microorganisms is a characteristic of biological hazards. These little creatures, which are present in food, air, animals, and the human body, are not generally harmful. In fact, a lot of them provide advantages for our physical composition. Nevertheless, if harmful bacteria find their way in the food that we consume, foodborne disease may occur. For example, diarrhea, vomiting, high temperature, and nausea. It can also be life-threatening in some extreme cases. Microorganisms come in several forms. This includes bacteria, fungus, virus, and parasites. Microorganisms that are commonly found in processed food include Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, and norovirus. In addition to that, physical hazards also can cause harm to our food. Physical hazards are foreign things or objects that are found in the food. They can be naturally found in the particular item or non-food item. Natural physical hazards might be harmless, while unnatural physical hazards are more often more harmful to our health and should not be found in the food. The example of natural physical hazard is bones in fish or meat, dirt on root, vegetables and salad, shell from nuts, and stem in blueberries. While unnatural physical hazards include insects, fingernails, glass, and pieces of plastics. These kinds of chemical may be may cause damage to our teeth, cut the gum and mouth, injury to the throat, and choking, which can be dangerous. To decrease the possibility of contamination, care should be taken during the preparation process. Ensuring that all foods are covered in the storage will help prevent hazard from occurring.
Next is facilities, equipment and maintenance in food production. All the equipment and machines are so important in food production to produce food in a large scale, especially for processed food, as we know that processed food normally produced in factory and they have a lot of premium equipment for produce a high quality food. As you can see on this slide, I show you a few machines and equipments that we use for produce pizza. Starting from dough mixer. Dough mixer are used in factory to stir dough ingredients together by using big paddle. They use mixing bowl so that the dough can even in the consistency texture. Next is for topping line. For topping line equipment, these machines can put the topping with the same portion and equally for each dough. Using this instead of a worker's energy can speed up the work. And lastly is deck oven and combi oven. Both of these are oven used in the factory to bake a lot of food in one time. It also uses conduction heat to bake product. Conduction heating is a process in which heat travels directly and equally either the top or the bottom. Next, we continue to the function and the importance of machine in factory for producing food. First is machines used to large scale of processed food, which is they can produce more product in a day rather than human work. Next is it larger and more complex, and also can reduce cost of hiring workers. So the company can even save their capital to hire workers than buy the machines. Moreover, the premium quality machines can produce high quality of products, so it seems worth to buy with money. Besides, machine can produce input to output faster than worker. In addition, machine can work 24 hours and extra than worker. They can complete tasks faster and with the greater precision, which can save time and money in long run. The processed food industry relies on sophisticated equipment for efficient and safe production processes. Regular inspections, preventive maintenance schedules, and well-trained personnel are crucial for ensuring equipment longevity and reducing downtime. Adhering to manufacturer guidelines and industry best practices optimize performance, ensuring consistent output and product quality. Swift and efficient repairs are essential for uninterrupted production cycles. Advanced monitoring technologies such as IoT devices and predictive analytics enable real-time monitoring of equipment health, reducing downtime and extending equipment lifespan. Compliance with industry regulation is essential for food safety and quality. By prioritizing equipment maintenance, companies can uphold their commitment to delivering high-quality, safe, and reliable processed food product to consumers worldwide.
I would like to recommend to other people to focus on safety and quality of the food to make sure that the food that we consume is safe to eat. By using proper handling while handle the food, it can avoid foodborne illness. There is a lot of disease starting from the food, so we always need to make sure to follow the standard procedure of food handling so that all the hazard did not appear. If some manufacturer follow the standard operation procedure of handling food, all the food that they produce is safe to consume. Furthermore, in preparing food, we need to avoid temperature abuse so that the food is safe to consume. While storing the food, we must follow the right standard of shelf measurement to avoid the food is being on the floor. Lastly, all the recommendations that has been stated must be followed and applied it to our daily routine.
In conclusion, we have learned that there are 4 types of processed food. Determining food quality is a key aspect in the manufacturing of food. Processed food must be handled properly. Since we are focused on processed food, there are a lot of things that we can do determine food quality. We can check the food whether it is safe to consume or not. The food that we eat must be safe from all 3 hazards that I have mentioned above. We also must cook the food correctly according to the right temperature to avoid foodborne illness. We also need to follow the right temperature that has been started in standard procedure operation during receiving and storing to avoid it being spoiling. Lastly, cross combination is the major reason that can contribute to foodborne illness such as food poisoning that is caused by a variety of bacteria, virus and parasite. So every person must be aware of this issue that everyone can consume high quality and safe food.